Hey everybody, how's everybody doing today? I was working in the office this morning. Johnny got off to work and storm started rolling in about 11 o'clock. He was back at the house and in the office with me. And I was wanting to come out of that office and I prayed, Lord, please let it quit raining so we can make a coconut cake together. And guess what? It quit raining. I know, that was wonderful. So I'm not sure he did that just for us and our coconut cake, but we can take advantage of it, can't we? Because John went on back out to work. If the sun comes back out, he's like, I'm gone. So I was like, okay, we're going to make a coconut cake. Guys, this is a coconut cake that I found this little recipe, I don't know, about 15, maybe 20 years ago, and I made it. I thought it just sounded really good. I've never made a coconut cake I didn't love, but this one sounded so good because you make your icing with sour cream, and I thought that's going to make it really not too sweet. So I tried it, and we all fell in love with it, and anyone that has it wants the recipe. And some of y'all, I've made it a long time back, and y'all said that your husband had talked about one like this, and you didn't have a recipe, so you were thankful for this one. So I want to do it again because it's been too long. We're going to start with a yellow cake mix, and it does not have to be this brand, any yellow cake mix, okay? And you're going to make it according to your package directions. And my package directions, well, of course I always take it and I have to mess with it a little bit. My package directions calls for 1 cup of water, and I never do that when I'm doing a box cake mix. I always like to add a little flavor of something and not just water, even if it's just milk or buttermilk. And so today, since it's a coconut cake, I thought I'd do coconut milk. And this is just unsweetened coconut milk. There's all kinds of brands, and I love to make a little Jamaican rice with this unsweetened coconut milk. It's very good. And what I tell y'all is a cup of water. So we're going to do a cup of this unsweetened milk. If I open it up good enough for it to all come out. If I'll do that, let's see here. Can y'all hear one of my chickens? She's happy it quit raining too. She came up on the front porch. Maybe she won't come in. Okay guys, a cup of coconut milk. And y'all know that's going to add nice flavor to our coconut cake. And we've got 3 eggs, and I went on and cracked some of our girls' eggs so I wouldn't take up too much time there. And let's see, we're also going to need a 1/2 cup of oil, and the recipe originally called for vegetable oil, and you can use corn oil, but I thought coconut oil for a coconut cake, right? Like I say, 1/2 cup of any oil that you want to use, and it will be delicious and it will be moist. Find my spatula. Y'all know I don't like to waste this. A lot of it sticks in this cup, doesn't it? I know it, in our measuring container. And y'all, that's it for our box cake mix to begin with. Alright y'all, just that quickly. And don't mix your cakes on anything other than like a medium speed, because it will poof them up really pretty, and then after they bake they will just deflate on you. And don't ask me how I know that. You know, right? Yes, I've done it. If it could be a mistake, I've done it. I've got 2 8-inch cake pans, and I have sprayed them with non-stick cooking spray. Y'all know the kind I like to use. Here it is. Let me grab it. This Baker's Joy, and there's others, and it's got actually got flour in the spray. It's kind of like you're buttering and flour in your cake pan. All in one spray. Isn't that wonderful? And I'm going to try to split this evenly. We're going to bake these in the oven on 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Do y'all hear my voice? Y'all, a lot of y'all have been asking me, where am I? Y'all, I have had laryngitis for 2 weeks now. 1 week I had no voice whatsoever. Can y'all imagine me? With no voice. And 1 week, this week, I've just got a scratchy voice, which now pollen is falling outside, and I usually get a little bit of a scratchy voice when pollen's falling outside, but I never had laryngitis before. I'd never gone 6 days without speaking, and That's hard for a big mouth, loud mouthed girl like me, I tell you. John picked with some of his friends at work that he works with and said, it sure is quiet around our house. I thought, what do you mean by that, John Murray? He's just being silly. He had it too, so I think that's what he meant. We're going to say that. We're going to give him the benefit of the doubt and say he was just talking about we were both sick, right? Yeah. Yeah. Of course, it doesn't look like I did this quite evenly, but it's going to be okay. Let me give a little scoop here. Now, I'm sure that's going to be just perfectly even, don't y'all think? Right? Okay, y'all. Into the oven, and these are going to bake 28 to 33 minutes for 8-inch cake pans. You can do it in a big old 9 by 13 or 9-inch cake pans, whatever you want to do. Do y'all hear that? I do too. It's time. It's time. It's been 28 minutes, okay? Let's see here. Oh my goodness, these smell so good. Don't they look so good? I can see they're not jiggling in the middle, but we will give them that toothpick test. Yes, we will. Clean, clean as a whistle. With just a few little crumbs, and we know that is perfect. I'm going to let these cool for about 10 minutes, and then I have a wire rack that I'm going to flip them out onto in about 10 minutes and totally let them get completely cool for us to frost them, okay? So I will see y'all back then. I am turning out my pretty little cakes onto a rack to cool after they've been cooling for about 10 minutes. And y'all, this is the part where I'll cheat a little bit. I will put this in the freezer here in a few minutes, and I'll let it get real cool real fast so I can move on with, with frosting the cake. Okay guys, it is frosting time. And this is such a good little frosting, it sure is. We're going to start with 2 cups of sour cream. And I put 2 cups in here. I said I was going to look smart for y'all, like I could just eyeball it, but no, I pre-measured. And I use full fat sour cream. I guess you could use a lighter one, but if I'm going to eat a cake, I'm just going to eat a cake. You know what I mean? Y'all know what I mean. If you can, if you can. All right, guys, 2 cups of sour cream, and I've got a 1.5 cups of just white granulated sugar. And that is just a perfect combination for a not so sweet frosting, and I love it. And I just need to mix this pretty well in my mixing bowl. And to this, I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Make sure you use a good one, okay? Because the no-name brands sometimes have a real funky flavor to me, and it will ruin your entire dessert. Okay? Okay? All right, guys. It doesn't take just a second to get that sugar mixed in there. And y'all notice I have this little thing sitting here. I have a 1 cup measurer and a little bowl because so many times when I first started making this cake, I would forget I need to reserve 1 cup of a mixture we're about to make, and I would forget. That'd be so aggravating. So, I've got it here. It's talking to me. It's talking to all of us. I've got a 14-ounce bag of Sweetened Flaked Coconut, and that's a going in too. And this cake, you're gonna need some more coconut for pressing on the outside and making it so pretty. This cake to me is really good for springtime and Easter. I think of a coconut cake. And also for Christmas, I think of a coconut cake. So for our sweet holidays, we think of this coconut cake, or I sure do. Oh my, y'all, I could just eat this with a spoon. I really could. I'm gonna be good with y'all, okay? I won't do it on camera. Anyway, okay, yeah, I heard you. Save a cup, Amy, save a cup. I am saving a cup. What we're going to do is this that we just mixed up together, we're going to put in between the layers of the cake. And this that we're reserving, we're going to mix with some Cool Whip to frost the outside of the cake. I just don't want to go down in there. Get yourself down in there. And they're both delicious. All right, guys, we have our cup reserved. Yes, we do. So let me get those cool cakes and I'll be right back, okay? I fibbed a little bit, didn't I? We're going to taste it. Oh my goodness, that's it. I've got to put this up. It is so good. It's so good and it's not too sweet. That sour cream gives it a little bit of a tanginess and it kind of reminds me of cream cheese the way it does. And I love it. And y'all will too. If you've not ever had this, you will. I promise. I promise. I promise. Okay, let me go get those cakes. It is time, y'all. Just about 10 minutes in the freezer and they're nice and cool and ready for us to frost. So that's my little trick I do. I'm sure it's not a secret. Okay, I'm going to take my first cake just like this. And I've got me a knife that's serrated. You see how it's got the teeth on it? And that helps you cut through cake and bread. And just don't be afraid. Just start about halfway like that. You know, you can eyeball about halfway. And then I just simply spin it a little bit like that. And keep coming through it. And I just keep my blade about halfway. And you'll cut it in half, no problem. I promise, it's that easy, okay? But being cooled a little bit helps it as well. And there we have our 2 halves, just like that. And that's another thing I want to talk to you about. This cake has to be covered. This is the only thing that's hard about this cake is you're supposed to wait 3 days after you frost it. So it can all become one, like I talk about. Your filling is going to soak down into your cake, and so your textures are going to change and the flavor a little bit, and it just becomes one cake instead of all these elements. But I'm not going to lie to you, sometimes we eat this cake within a day. We do. I'm not going to lie about it. And it's good then too. So what I'm saying is you need something that you can refrigerate this cake, of course, because it's got sour cream in it. And it needs a cover on it. So this is the time that I don't get out one of my pretty little cake stands and I just use one of my plastic containers so I can cover this cake and seal him up real good to do his thing in the refrigerator for a few days or a couple of days or a day, whichever one we need to do. Let me grab my spatula. I ran down to the canning kitchen real quick and grabbed a spatula for us. An offset spatula to ice with. I'm just gonna put about what, 1/3 of this, because we're gonna cut our cake, other cake, so we're gonna have four cakes there. You just spread that in the middle. It just became such a gorgeous, pretty day out there. There was a little speck of a dark color in that coconut, and I just don't like the looks of it. Y'all know what I mean? Y'all do, don't you? Just that easy. We're going to put this other half like that. I always kind of press it down, put it in its place. That's another thing I didn't do. This cake's not bad about sliding, but you need you a little bit. Y'all remember when I did that lime cake the other day, put you a little bit on that bottom so it'll stick to it and not slide. And I did not do that, did I? I know. I saw I didn't do it. Yes, I did. Just like this. I know when you make real pretty professional cakes, you're supposed to cut that dome off the top, and it just breaks my heart because that's cake going to waste. So we're not doing that. We're not doing that today. No, we're not. We're going to stack them on up just like this. See, I put it into place. And let me cut that second half off. And do it however you want to. I left my turntable down in the canning kitchen too, so I'm having to use my manual turner, right? My hands. There we are. And we're going to put this amount here. Just like this. Oh, it's so good. Oh, it is so good. Just like that. Now, we're going to use that cup that we've reserved and make our rest of our frosting. That is oh so good. Let me put this in its place. So far so good, huh? It'd be good like this, wouldn't it? It smells wonderful. I love the smell of a yellow cake. I really, really, really do. Okay guys, I'm gonna set you to the side just for a minute. Don't go too far, buddy. We're gonna put this reserved cup of our frosting, sour cream mixture, and we need 2 cups of, you guessed it, this whipped topping. This is not a complicated cake, but it tastes oh so good. And I've always thought you could make a cake from scratch, a yellow cake, sure, and you could make whipped cream. You certainly could if you want to amp this up, but I love its simplicity because it's so good. I love it just like that. And this is a 16-ounce container. It's supposed to be 2 cups, and I do believe that's more than 2 cups. Don't y'all? That's crazy. That's what that recipe says, is 2 cups is 16 ounces. And that's hard for me to believe. And that Cool Whip, that looks like way more than 2 cups. I don't want to tell a fib. Maybe that is a typo. And I've never noticed it before. I don't know. Maybe I always just measured 2 cups and never did the 16 ounces, y'all think? Yeah, this is way more than 2 cups of Cool Whip. Way more than 2 cups. I think it's going to be, is that going to be about an 8-ounce container? I don't know. I'll tell you what I'm doing. I'm going to put 2 cups and let it go. And you start folding this in. You don't use your mixer on this because we don't want to collapse our whipped topping, do we? And we're going to begin to just fold it in. And as you fold it in and it gets in with that sour cream and that coconut, it actually stiffens a little bit. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Y'all like my scientific forms? Pretty cool, right? Okay, now we will trade out our pretty little cake, and we are going to begin to ice this. Y'all want to taste this part too, don't you? I heard you, I did. Let me grab us a spoon. I want to taste it too. Yes, I do. It's delicious, yes it is. It's just a little bit lighter, you know, with the Cool Whip in it. It's fantastic. And I'm just going to start icing my sides, just like this. Nothing fancy. And then we're going to press some coconut on the outside of it, make it real pretty. You can do that now, or you can wait until after you let it sit in the refrigerator a couple of days. I've done it both ways, and to me it doesn't make a bit of difference. So now I just get to where I put it on now and let it sit. Yes, I do. One of these days I'll get my voice back and quit sounding so scratchy to y'all. Scratchy voice, I know. I've never had laryngitis. That was just nuts to me. I've never known John to have it either. That's just so crazy. I was so paranoid I went and tested twice for COVID during it. And I was negative both times, so I said, well, okay, I guess it's just plain old laryngitis. That'll be enough. That will be enough, because I was going to visit my mom. I wanted to make sure that I wasn't going to share something really ugly with her. Yes, I did. And I did not share. No, I didn't. She is perfectly fine. Yes, she is. Okay, y'all. You see that doesn't take just a minute. Like that. I've got to go find us some coconut so we can finish this little pretty cake. Hey guys, while I go looking for some coconut, I'm going to cover him up. And the sun is just about to go down, and I thought y'all could walk outside with me. Spring has sprung and everything's turning green and pretty, and the storm is gone today, so y'all come on, go with me. You want to go with us, baby? Let's go look for some coconut, darling. After we see the sun setting over there, so pretty. Got things coming into bloom, and that one pretty. I looked out the kitchen window just a minute ago and I saw two heifers just squaring off with their heads, pushing on one another. Silly willies. They are so silly. So silly. Girls, did y'all see me? I caught y'all. Yes, I did. Bad things. It's one of our mamas. 27. What y'all's water looking like? I need to turn y'all's water on, don't I? Let's do that. Then we'll go look for coconut. Y'all see how I get sidetracked? Everything needs, doesn't it? I see that rain knocked some of the pollen out of the trees, guys, and I see it pooling up down there at the tip end of the pond. Y'all see that? Whew. I'm so thankful that some of that pollen got washed away. Yes, I am. Isn't that pretty sunset? Oh my goodness, that's pretty. Yes, it is. So pretty. Y'all see how much it rained in just a short period of time on us earlier. It just dumped. Like a little swamp. I've gone out of town before and people find out I'm from Louisiana and they say, "Do you have alligators in your backyard?" My cousin Charlene and I, we got to where we said, next time somebody asks, we're going to tell them yes. We got little leashes on them, our pets. Are y'all's toes getting wet? Mine are too. I've got to get down in here in this canning kitchen and do some spring cleaning so we can start cooking back in here, huh? Cricket, no ma'am. Don't you come in here, you silly girl, and get locked up again. Look, I found some and it's not opened. It's perfect. God knew we were going to need this today. He did, and he got me to get this back earlier this year. Cricket, everybody's been missing you, girl. How you been, huh? We got to go put this on the cake. We'll see you in a little bit, okay? Okay, y'all, we're back in. I did wash my hands good because I was petting on Cricket and walking around outside, and I've got to use my clean hands to press this coconut on. I just pour it out into something I can grab it like that. Grab it like that. Kind of fluff it about, and I'm just going to start putting it on there. Just like this. Pat, pat, pat. Y'all see me? Just press and press. And any that comes off, you can put it back just like that. Heard noise around behind me. Are y'all watching behind me? I know the puppy dogs ran in, but I thought I heard another noise. Got some little clumps in my coconut. I'm trying to keep it pretty. Pretty and fluffy. Looks like a little snowball, doesn't it? And I'll just take it and put some of that coconut back in there like that. Just that simple. I'm gonna keep on. Okay guys, I'm about to get it all around the outside there real pretty and fluffy. And that 14-ounce bag, you just about can use it. You sure can, except for this extra that's falling to the side. But you see, you kind of need it all. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And I'll put some on top, and then I kind of just spread it to the edge and press it down like that. I love the flavor of coconut. You either love coconut or you don't like it at all, right? Well, I love coconut. And my Uncle Larry's watching. I don't know. He didn't used to like it when I was a kid. I don't know if he does or not now. He might have acquired a taste, and then he may not. He'll come on here and let me know. Yeah, I about used that whole other 14-ounce bag, so I'm going to put that on the recipe list, 2 of those, okay? Just like that. And now, let me get this over my plate. And I'll just wipe all this excess coconut off the bottom, just like that. Now, I like to cover it in this, you know, because we're going to let it do its thing in the refrigerator for 2 or 3 days. Something else made noise behind me. But anyway, after that, when you get ready to serve it, you can sure transport it, put it on a pretty cake pedestal. But I'm not going to lie to you, I don't. I'll just leave it right in here so I can put the top back on it and put it back in the refrigerator. Can y'all see it? See how pretty and white it is? It's so pretty. I'm probably not going to wait. But I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put it in the refrigerator till John gets home. Because we haven't got to see him in a while, have we? I know it, so I will feed him some and see what he thinks. Of course, I know what he thinks already. But I'm going to let y'all see what he thinks. Okay, guys? So I'll see y'all back shortly. You got to go wash your hands. Come here, I want to show you first. I made that worth the wait coconut cake.
Ooh, boy, that looks good.
And we're not even going to wait.
Oh, that looks good. Yeah, let's don't wait.
Don't wait.
Let's
Yeah.
don't wait.
We can wait another day. Like, we won't eat it all tonight. So it might take us 3 days to eat it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds real good.
We got this figured out.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, the longer it sits, just like the more moist it gets. Y'all know.
Boy,
Y'all
that looks
know.
good. I'm going to wash my hands.
You gonna wash your hands?
Wash my paws right quick.
You been dirt working, baby?
Yep.
Y'all see? Do you see? Ooh. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. Me. Oh my. Oh, right? Y'all mean wait and give John the first bite? Okay.
It's first bite, baby. You went to all that hard work to make it.
First bite.
No, you eat the first bite. Come on, you eat the first bite. Come on.
You know good and well. Can you take all that? Now tell everybody what you think.
Man, that is awesome right there.
And it's we hadn't even waited, right?
Right? I'm gonna at least need one more bite of that.
Coming up.
Man, that's delicious.
Thank you, darling. I'll have to take pictures of it. It hadn't gone for its photo session, so y'all can see all the layers in it.
Ooh, that is good.
Let me go
baby.
show everybody up close. We might have to have a piece after supper.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Y'all, I'm not in the light, but can y'all see it? Let me get that light. Let's shed some light on the subject, huh? There we go. Pretty.
That's good right there.
Is it good?
Man,
Thank
that's
you, darling.
good.
I know you remember this cake, don't you?
Yes, I remember it.
Because it's worth the wait. Worth the wait coconut cake, huh?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, the longer it sits, the more moist all these layers get, but it's not bad to cheat, is it? I've got a barbecued pork loin in the crock pot over there. And I just slid some potatoes in the oven baking. So we're gonna eat good tonight, huh, baby? We're having dessert first. It's funny when your kids move out how you'll go against everything you ever told
Turn it all around. Yeah. We're not gonna get in trouble by it.
Yeah, who we gonna get in trouble with? I know. Alright.
If it messes my supper up, I'll get up at 2 in the morning and eat again.
Will you?
Yeah.
Baby, you will not. You silly.
Yeah.
Of course, if you do, I don't care.
I can have another bite.
Sometimes I get up at 2 in the morning and eat again.
Well, I don't know nothing about that.
No, he doesn't. Alright, guys. Y'all gonna make this cake and enjoy. And we'll see y'all next time.